Live. Okay. Farm Tech, you're like always first. How's it going? Pretty good. Hopefully going to get this switch working today by fixing the eMMC, which we assume to be the issue because it boots fine into Hecate, but will not boot on its own. So we know we've got a good switch, good APU. Yes, my migraine is gone. I get them periodically. Alright, so I plugged this in a little bit ago so I could charge the actual battery in here so I don't have to use a different battery. You know, nada about Switch, that's alright. Oh, I forgot to bring my chat up on my other monitor. There we go. Alright. So, last stream, we dumped the product keys and we did a backup, which should now be on the SD card. So, it's been a minute since I did one of these. I think we go to tools, USB tools. What do I want to use for this? Probably NAND Pro. So I'm gonna start that up. Okay. Get this started. Alright. I can share this screen. I forgot though that NAND Pro for some reason hijacks my keybinds, so I have to switch it like this and then open that up. Can you see that? Yes, okay. Alright, so this is my firmware folder. I just have it, it's 22. I don't have the latest one. That's okay. I need to mount the SD card. Turn read only off. Man, I need to make a scene that has like my screen share. Oh wait, it does have my camera on the bottom right. Never mind. Okay. Um, now that we're mounted, we can get keys from SD. Uh, Interesting. Eh, why did it not detect it? Hang on. That's weird. Oh, because it's not plugged in. This is the other charger. This is like the charger itself. This isn't the connection to my computer. That's why. Sometimes I forget. There. Now we're connected. Now we can get keys from SD. Okay. Imported successfully. And we want to eject it. So we're gonna eject UMS. I can hide OBS window from capture. Ah, that's fine. It's whatever. I would just full screen the Nanfix Pro, but it does not full screen. I suppose I could capture a window if I really wanted, but there's no information on here or anything that I'm worried about leaking or anything like that. Hello there, creased. Okay, so now we want to mount the raw GPP, and then we just want to start level 1 process. Yes, we're good. Alright, and then we just let that run. So in the meantime, I guess we should do something else. So let's go back here and we'll let that run. Just try to kind of set that aside gently because I kind of just have the mod chip hanging from the back. I did actually get one of the OLEDs I ordered today, but I wanted to look at this other switch that I set aside a while back that I thought might also be APU related or eMMC. Oh, this is the Pokemon backplate. Aw, man, it's got a broken screw. Broken screw hole, I mean. I have more luck using level 2 or 3. I have actually never had a successful system restore. I always have to use at least 2 or 3, but I want to give it another try. We'll see. Alright, APU reball. Probably doesn't need a reball, if I'm being honest. I probably wrote that because I don't think this one was getting a blue screen. It's probably not a reball issue. I think that was like a last-ditch effort kind of thing I wrote down. Don't tell me this FVC connector is broken. Can I get this LCD connector in there? Maybe. The cable's just kind of bent weird, so it doesn't want to go in. Could also be bent pins. Hope it's not bent pins. I don't have another FPC I don't have another connector. I did order some though, they're on the way. That feels like it's probably bent pins because I think it should have slipped in there. See if I can eyeball it. Oh yeah, it looks like there's a bent pin in there. Let me pop this out. I think there's only one screw in it. Let's take a look. See if my microscope's working today. Yep. Maybe it's just one and we can bend it back. Oh wait, that looks perfect. I don't see any bent pins. What the heck was I seeing with the naked eye then? Oh wait, is that good? Yeah, those all look perfect. Yeah, there's no bent pins, we're good. I don't know what I was looking at. Alright. Get this backlight. There we go. Alright, let's try that again. I think it's just because this ribbon cable is kind of bent, so it's hard to actually apply any force in this direction. Yeah, it just keeps folding. Oh, it's like halfway in. There we go. Got it. Alright, we need backlight, we need power button. There. We'll put that one screw back in. See what behavior we're getting from this one. Oh, this is a nice one. It's got a screen protector on it. So it's charging. Nothing on screen. What is this, a V1 or a V2? This is a V1. Wonder if it's patched or not. Let's see. I will go to, is my switch patched? We'll check there first and see if it's potentially unpatched. Oh, this one is patched. Okay. So that means we're going to need a mod chip. First, I'll probably go through a couple little checks on this. The battery should have a decent charge since it's immediately pulling 7 watts. I want to pop this off real quick. Feels like there's thermal paste under it still. Maybe it's a little hard to tell. Have I peeled back the little kind of like hinges already or no? Oh, this one is one of the ones that had I want to say it was like soda. I don't know what this was. I tried to clean this off. I remember with water and alcohol and nothing was getting whatever this is off. Where are we? We're at the M92. Why does that M92 look weird? Yeah, I remember that. I don't know what that crap is, but I cannot get it off. But it doesn't seem like it's on any of the components, really. Do I have these clips out? It looks like... Yes, I do. So I can just pop this up. Oh, yep, no thermal paste. I want to see how far this boots. So let's hook it up to the power supply. Well, let me hit this power button real quick and see what it... No change. Okay. And our USB port, let's check that before we... Well, it doesn't matter. There's no need to check it. Honestly, I should have done that before I plugged in the power, but I guess I assumed I'd already checked it before, which I probably have. Let's see what we get. Right to 0.076 and sitting there. That's real low. Okay. If I take off the eMMC, does it go to 110 milliamps, I wonder? No, it stays about the same, with slightly less consumption because I assume there's no power now going to the eMMC. Okay. Well, let's take this out. And I will check for my voltages. See what the status is on this other one. Oh, it says it's completed. So let's switch back to that one real quick. So we need to copy boot to the SD card. So we're going to pull out the cable. We're going to mount SD card. Copying boot files. You can use it with a UART adapter if you don't have display. Interesting. I've never done that. Okay, we can eject this. All right, let's see. It's been a minute. I think we go back now. Is it has it restored eMMC, I think? And then boot 0 and boot 1. Ah, I gotta plug it in. What's that millivolts at? There, that's good. This is fine. Hey, Swarm Tech, how's it going? I'm good. Yes, we're sure. Yes, it always says that they don't match. Continue, continue, and close. Now I'm going to restart it. Actually, we'll just reboot here to official firmware and see if anything happens. Nothing yet. How much power are we drawing? 7 watts? And if we hit power, nothing. Dead. What if we do a full reset? Okay. And then power. Might flip it over in a second to see. Oh. Yo. Ooh, we're hanging. Oh, no, we're not. It just took a while. Oh, it booted. That's the first time level 1's worked for me. Wow. All right. Sweet. This one seems good now. Well, you can take the mod chip off. Hello, Ace. All right. Pop this off. Use this. Oh, that's on there. Let me use the plastic so I can dig in a little more. There we go. What's up, Russ? So yeah, this one was just bad eMMC, needed to be restored. Well, not that the eMMC was fine. The software, or I guess firmware, on the eMMC was not. And this one goes on here. Bam. Let's pop this mod chip off and then confirm we're still booting. That left ground looks terrible. I didn't even notice. Look how bad that looks. Ugh. I know you guys do already have an ET. Hey, you know what? Let me pop this SD card off of here. Let me unscrew this real quick. Electro T. I think this SD card is the broken one, right? That I just... No, this one's good. Where the heck did this come from? I don't know. Alright. Don't want to bust this cap. Think we're off of it. Maybe not yet. Now we're definitely off of it. Does not want to pop off of there. There we go. Still connected by a little solder there. There we go. I think we're free now. Yes. You guys can call me by my name if you want. I guess I'll tell you guys. I kind of like watching you guys keep guessing though. Carlos? I assure you, I'm white as hell. Alright, it ends with a Y. That's your hint. Carly? No. Starts with a J. That narrows it down pretty well, I'd say. I mean, you guys are closer, I guess, but still no. Timmy doesn't start with a J, Ace. Hate to tell you. I'd say so far the closest is actually creased with jammy. You got more of the letters, right? Sorta. Or I guess Jeffrey technically has more of the correct lettering. There you go. Captain Amazing and Swarm Tech got it. It is indeed Jeremy. Oh, I got a little fiber right there. What is that? Little hair? Probably from my dog. Ace. Oh man. Alright. Let's make sure we're booting without the mod chip on. We got a charging symbol. Didn't have that before. And we're booting. Boom. Alright. Sweet. You know what? What do I have plugged in right now? Yeah, let's plug in the rest of the stuff. And let me clean this mod chip. Put this away. Where's my bag? Oh, this one. Clean this up. I like to get the solder off of it before I put it away in the flux if I can get most of it. Oh, here you go. There's there's no Ron, sorry to say. Before we remove flux, first we must add flux. Then I will come in with some copper braid desoldering thing, wick, on some tweezers. And which tip do I have on here? I don't have the right tips on my iron right now, so gotta switch. I'll throw this one on. I don't know what it's called. Maybe if I go like this and get both at the same time. That's good. Chocolate milk in the cereal. I can assure you I've tried that at some point in my life. Can I remember? Nah. Oh, I didn't notice I had a bot. Get out of here, Mr. Bot. We don't need your AI viewers. Alright, now we can clean this. And we're good. And now we're good. Back in the bag you go. Might need this for the next one. Okay. What did you guys eat for breakfast? I have that screw in, I believe, which is why I can't lift this. So I still have to take that apart though because I have to get the fan in. Let's unplug, pop out the battery. Dang. Is he right? Man, you guys are keeping it simple. Yeah, yeah, he's right. That's okay. Aren't we all a little, at least? How many of us are actually skinny, and fit? Why'd I pop that off? I can leave that. I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, I gotta take the whole thing apart. Get the rest of the screws in, and then we'll make sure these rails are good too. I think I'm gonna have to grab more screws. Oh, some of my screws got mixed up. The lid must have not been on all the way. Somehow I got some Y screws down here. Is that the only thing? I think so. Doesn't look like any of them other than that got mixed up. Well endowed, dude. Pleasingly plump. Yeah. And we need some of these. I had a chicken pot pie. What? Why was that? Why was that slipping so easily? What? Maybe these black ones did get mixed up. Or is there something in the hole that's blocking it? Let me take a look at this screw real quick. Make sure that these are all the same. Uh, Spoiler, they are not the same. Uh-oh. That means my screws must have got a little mixed up. I know I didn't switch scenes. I just plan on making this a quick thing here. If I can grab this dang screw. Holy. Okay, there. We're back. Yep, there we go. That's the right screw. I guess I might as well put that last USB-C screw in. If I'm ever gonna forget a screw, it's always those ones. It's always these two that go in the USB-C. Now let's reconnect these rails. Get in there for me. It's a little crooked. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's get our Wi-Fi antennas. Where's my blunt tweezers? Do I have them down here? Probably somewhere. Ah, right here. Spudger. Oh, dang it. Our black wire's tucked under the switch. Gotta rescue the wire. That must have already been tucked under there. Because, can I do this without taking off the LCD maybe? Probably not, but we're gonna try. Nah, I gotta disconnect that. It was such a pain to get that LCD connector back into. Or was that this one? I don't remember. I think it was that one. Alright, we'll pop off the power button too. That should be good. There. We saved it. Hey Sparta, how's it going? Did you just pop in? We fixed the one that I had written potentially APU on. It turned out to be the eMMC. I think it was Ace actually predicted that. I think if I'm not wrong, when Ace was in here, he said, "I bet it's the eMMC" on the last stream. And yes, it was the eMMC. Yeah, so we just did a level 1 system restore on Nanfix Pro, and it worked. Now it boots. I know, I just told everybody my first name too. I don't think they liked it though. Oh, come on. Work with me here. This wire. Bro, you not just call me Jerome. Alright. Yeah, he's not even joking. He just actually forgot. Oh man, he didn't forget. He's just making fun of me. Okay, I need some fan screws. See how good of a grip the screwdriver bit had on that screw? Lifted up the whole switch when I pulled it away. Use the smudger. Try and get this one in. Usually I use... There, yeah, I guess I should have just stuck to my finger. That worked. Alright. Now we need the game card reader. Looks like everything else is good except for the speakers, and obviously the battery's not plugged in. Get that wire in the right spot here. There. Guess what? Gotta pull some screws from here. And I'm gonna need one of these, preferably a clean, good one. That one looks alright. Get this plugged in, the digitizer. One of the easiest things to plug in my opinion. This is, yeah, I'm just putting together the one that had the reformat done to it. Wait, that is the right game card reader, right? Yeah, this one, yeah, they're the same color, so they should be the same. This one I think goes to that one. I want to check the rails before I close everything up. Guess we can test the speakers as well. Oh, get in there. Okay, fine, I'll use the tweezers. This one's being a little stubborn too. Ah, get in there. Go on. There we go. Okay. Let's plug her up, connect the charger. Grab my not dead Joy-Cons, by the way. Why didn't it turn on? Now I'm sweating. What? What's it doing? Did I plug that battery in all the way? Oh, it's booting. What? That was weird. I didn't see anything for a second. Not patient enough. That unconnected, that unconnected. Loose. at all? Nope. Nope, that one's good too. And volume? Yep, volume's good. What about fan spin? Fan spins. Alright, turn it back off. Oh, no, turn off. There. Oh, got it turned right back on. I hate that you like bump a any button on these and they're like, oh, searching. Alright, let's get this cover back on. And bend, oh yeah, I gotta unbend this. See if I can do it with the blunt tweezers. Oh, kinda. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Let me bend all these back as well. This one still needs to be bent. I think that's good. Yeah, it looks good. Clean off this APU. Um, I guess it doesn't matter which one of these I put back on it, eh? Is this clean? Yep, nice and clean. Oh, wait, yeah, put this part in. Alright, get in there. There we go. Wait, what am I doing? I'm completely skipping putting on the other part. Hold on now. Here. Guys, I know what I'm doing. That was just a test. Making sure you guys remember the steps. Alright, those are all snapped on. Let me put a little more paste on here. Yeah, I know, right? You all failed, yep. F's all around. That wire under there. Come on. That's your place. That's where you go. Thank you. And yeah, we've already got everything connected. Fan works. We've confirmed that. Speakers are good. Rails are good. So let's just throw the Now, which backplate? No, this is the backplate that came with this one. I always get confused when I got two switches on my bench. Eight-bit, what's good? No, it did not sit right. There we go. All right. One more. Is this the, just realized I have an extra SD card reader sitting over here. I think this is the broken one that I just kind of tossed aside. Just confirming real quick. Yeah. I don't even know why I kept this one. Suppose I could take the actual reader part off of it, solder it onto a good one if I needed to. I'll put this SD card away because I don't need it anymore. I feel like I'm going to struggle getting this on because I've gotten so used to putting them on with the foam that I don't know how to position them without it anymore. All I know is I gotta be gentle. This is awful. This is why I usually leave the foam pad on. Oh, I think I got it. I think we're good. Ah, the sloth speed. I think this backplate's cooked. It's got a broken top screw and it's like fully shattered off. So I'll probably just put a new backplate on this when I order them. I talked to Injured Gadgets today through email to see if I could get them to send me 50/50 V1, V2 backplates. Because I have them listed on their website. They're both under the same listing and you can't make a choice between V1 and V2. And last time I got a bunch of V1s and I need some V2 ones. So they messaged me back and they were like, hey, just so you know, because of you, we changed it on our website so that the listings will now reflect V1 and V2 backplates and you can choose which ones you want. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I went to their website and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They told me to like look up the part called rear back housing for V1s and rear back plate for V2s. And they literally changed nothing. It's the same as before. The back housing is actually the full housing for a Nintendo Switch. It's the front, the middle bezel, and the back plate. Well, no, they're exactly the same. I just like getting the labels correct when I repair them. Like, so, you know, if I have a V2, I like it to say HAC-001 and then in parentheses 01. Um, but yeah, so it's literally the same issue, which is I don't need the full housing, right? I just need the backplates, and I want the backplates to be V1 or V2. Well, the different model number, yeah, and like if you have an unpatched V1, then um, V2s are all patched, right? I just like the labeling to be correct. I mean, I know a lot of people would probably even just maybe buy the blank plates to put on them, but I like the switches I sell to look as authentic as possible, like they've just come off, the factory, I guess. And I feel weird putting like a backplate on it that doesn't match the model number. This one came with this one. The Pokemon backplate's pretty cool. It's too bad this one also has a broken screw hole. The bottom ones are fine. The top ones always break. Yeah, I don't even have any backplates right now. I don't have V1s or V2s. I have to order them, and that's why I was trying to get them to send me 50% of each instead of like all V1s or something. But yeah, so I mean, since I don't have a good backplate, I guess that's it for this one. I'm just gonna stick this on it, and I don't know. I don't like selling them with that screw missing. I hate doing that. I'm sure I could, because it really, like, functionally doesn't do a whole lot. Because it does lock in place, like, right under this bezel. But I don't know. It bothers me. I have to have the back plates perfect. They need all screw holes, or I don't like selling them. And I'll just stick this with the other two that I have that need back plates. By the time I get my order for backplates, I'm going to use them all up instantly because I'm going to have a pile of switches that need them. Because this one's going to need it too. Alright, now we can move on to this one. I think I was going to check for all the voltages. I'd taken it off of here to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that top screw, like you're kind of like looking at it all the time, right? Because you're holding your switch like this, you're above it. I don't know. If I can, like I've gone and sold switches before with only one bottom screw, and I'll just note that in the listing. Like, yeah, it's missing a bottom screw, but functionally missing one bottom screw does absolutely nothing. But I need that top one in. Okay. I didn't get a water today. I didn't bring a water in here with me. Dude, I think I just had a deja vu moment about a deja vu moment. I swear we've had this conversation before. Alright, so just to confirm, yes. 72 milliamps. And does nothing. And does anything heat up, I wonder? I don't know if I've ever looked at this under the thermal. Give me a second. Open up the software. And then I gotta change the settings because they love to reset my settings. There. Okay. And then I have to get my microscope in focus to match the focus on the thermal cam. Nothing on this side. Those are all reflections. All reflections. On the other side, I don't think anything's getting warm either because we see it bleed through. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Just getting some reflections. Nothing warming up at all. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and check for our voltages. Yeah, we will be checking that now. Oh, gotta go up a little on my arm. There. Alright, we are in DC volts. Do we have 4.2? Yeah, we do. Let me power it on now. You always have 4.2 even when it's powered off, but you will not have the others. I'm using a Thermal Master P3. Get this to lay flat. There, that's better. Alright, do we have, what is this, 1.8? We got 1.8. This is 1.3. Got 1.3. This is 1. Got 1. Also 1. Do we have 1.1? We have 1.1. Do we have 1.05? We do, perfectly. And this one too. And one of these is 3.3. I always forget which one. This one? 3.3. What is this one? 1 volt on the dot. It's a 4.2. I think these two are 1.05. No, not that one. This one? 1.35. No, it must be these two. Yes, these two small ones. If I can get this. Nothing. Did I skip one? 2.9? That one? Oh no, the one next to it maybe? That's 4.2. This one? I would have to bring up the Retro 6 thing real quick to remember which one of those. I don't have a memory of those top ones. Oh yeah, we're not even getting to second stage. We're definitely just sitting in first. I think we have everything that first stage has. if I'm not mistaken. I will double check that though. I'll find my folder with switch stuff, useful switch stuff. Here we go. Did I not save it? Oh, I must not have saved it. Okay, I'll just go look on Retro 6 then. I need to save that image. Here, do that. Are we looking for here? This is which page has it? I think it's the next page. Yes. Yep, second stage only, first and second. Second stage only. Okay, that's second stage only as well. Are we missing from here? I don't think so. No, we had all those. And of course we've got all the bigger ones. So yeah, we have all voltages. Uh, hmm. So, look at that cap. That's hanging on for dear life. But it is connected. I think. Trying to get my camera focused. All right, there. I hate soldering that cap. I might just hot air it. Anything else? Other than, you know, all this crap. What is that? I don't think that would be the issue because it's charging fine. It does look like there's some gunk there though. Is that corrosion of some kind? Hmm. At the other side. It's just a little glue. Yeah. Everything looks fine. Fuel gauge? Okay, visually, everything looks fine. The only questionable area is up here, right? Could just fix that cap real quick, just for, the sake of it. Though I doubt that is the issue or will change anything. And our fuse shouldn't be the issue either because we're powering it through the battery, but let's double check this. I'm in volts. It would help if I was in resistance mode. Yeah, fuse is fine. Got our filters. How are our filters doing? It 1 ohm, 1 ohm. So these should all be 1 ohm-ish. Yeah, those are all fine. These feed RAM, right? And CPU? APU, rather? Or are these ones RAM? I forget. Guess the next area to look would be there. Let me bring up my board view. Which model is this? HAC CPU 21. I didn't even know they had a 21. There we go. What are we looking at? Let me rotate this so it's in the same orientation I'm viewing. APU goes all these, which are all connected to the APU, it looks like. Oh, this is a lot of APU here. Which ones go to the RAM? Oh, that comes straight from the inductor. Feeds both of those. What is that, backlight? I think. 3.3 volt regulator, I believe. Which voltages should I find here then? 3.3? Maybe 1 volt? Ah, that's the RAM. Well, we have that. That goes to APU as well. This is the one that goes back into here and then out to these, yeah. Yeah, that's ground. This one goes everywhere. No, this is a version 1. I think we can also look up uh, see if they have anything in here. They don't have anything for below 100 consistent. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Oh, my light turned off. Motion sensor, I'm not moving enough. I'm tempted to throw a mod chip on this. Some diode mode around here. Let me pull up my diode readings. We'll see how accurate this board view is. You have a V1 and the CPU gets hot, then the screen stays black. You don't know what to do with it. You want to figure it out and repair it when you have time. Mod chip has short yellow, long yellow, short yellow, long yellow. That's a long code. Um, you can usually Google search those and the AI will pull it up. Like, mm, mm, mm. Actually have the GitHub right here. Longest code they have is only 4. You're saying you're getting and that's 6? That's a lot. I don't think that there is any error codes for that. No, you're good. So you're saying it's short, long. Yeah, I know. I used to have a Reddit post that had like all of them. Short, long, right? I guess it would just be pulsing this. Command line is not connected. You said that's on a V1? That could be a ribbon cable thing. Because obviously you're not using a wire, assuming you're using like the standard Picofly mod chip. It's probably just flashing short long a bunch of times. Yeah, I agree, Sparta. So yeah, it's probably this, which is going to be probably a ribbon cable that you're using, the one that connects to the actual APU with the 2 solder points. I don't think this is eMMC related. Could be wrong though. All right, let's check these in. Switched out the ribbon just to see, same thing. Huh. How are your solder points? Do you have another eMMC to put into it just in case, like Kreese said? Hey, Sushi. Solder was okay. All right. Yeah, no problem, dude. All right. My diode readings. I'm going off the board view, so I don't think I have another one of these boards. Wait, positive on ground. What's this one? Yeah, that's about right. What else we got? That looks about right. 3462. Yeah, that's about right. These ones are very low. Eh, that one's low according to the board view, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That one should be, that one's a little low according to the board view too. What do we get on this one? Test point should be, it's about right. Which one of these is 3.3? This one? Is that, I have my text too small to read. Yeah, that was about normal. What else we got? This cap. That's pretty close to normal. That's normal. This little one. I can't read that text. I think that's 5.7. Yeah, it is. This next one's 5.9. Pretty close. 3. A little low, but once again, it's I have the board view for the CPU 20, and this is a CPU 21, so they're probably going to differ ever so slightly on some of them. Every single one of these caps should all be the same, which is 0.34, getting 0.32, which is, that's ground. Yeah, those are all fine. What's this cap? What does this cap even do? I don't know. It's connected to the 1 volt, so it should read similar to those. And it does. We have some other test points around here. There's a lot of test points around here, actually. I think these, what do these other test points do? A lot of these go to the audio IC. We can poke those real quick for the hell of it. That seems really high. Wait a minute. That seems really high. That should be like 1.3, no? That one's 1.3. That one's good. What about this one? That one's more normal too. Wait, why is this one reading so high? .1 volts should be wrong on that board view. I was reading 100 millivolt. The 1.1. Yeah, it said 200 millivolts on this board view. That's why I'm not taking them as like, a concrete number, more of like a suggestion. However, that 2.2 does seem weird. It could be nothing. That goes to some, what are these, some caps by the audio chip. This cap, or that's a resistor actually, isn't it? That's a resistor. There's only one, where of course the board view shows 2. 2.2 does get me a little curious. It's a 1.3 over here. Oh no, there it goes. Now it's 2. But that just goes to ground, right? No, it doesn't go to ground. That goes into the audio IC. Is it even like could the audio IC even prevent a boot? Is that like a I don't think I've ever had a switch where the audio IC was the issue. I am open to suggestions here, because other than putting a mod chip on, I'm kind of out of ideas. Other than just like continuing to poke around a bunch in diode mode. Everything seemed normal to me though around the max chip. Even the low impedance ones. It doesn't look like I've ever had a mod chip on here. Unless I just cleaned up my points really well. Yeah, I think we're gonna put a mod chip on it. I actually didn't even put the mod chip away from that other one, so I still have it right here. Get in there. There we go. Want it right about... Maybe I did put a mod chip on this one. There's a little piece of solder under that cap right there. We'll see. Get these ground points connected. Oop. Did it just move it? Sure did. Right about there. I heat this up a bit. Try and drag it over. There we go. There we go. Let me clean this tip. That I need a little more there. More there. Might need some flux on those. I'll clean them up. No, it's definitely not. But it's what I had on but it's what I had on the iron, so oop, that was too much. Alright, let's clean those points up. That looks good. Got too much solder on there. Just pulling some of that away. Yeah. Not as shiny as I'd like. I'll probably come back to that one. You add a little more solder to this one. All right. And clean up both of these bottom ones. Top ones I like. There we go. That's beautiful. And that's beautiful. Now let's make sure we have continuity. Clean it up a little. Want to squeeze out as much flux from under it as possible. Go in with some alcohol. This is the APU, yeah. Go into resistance mode. Why is my why is my camera blurry on like only half? Look at that. I move that. It's like clear on the right side and blurry on the left. Is my microscope perfectly straight? Is that the problem? That looks better. Alright, testing continuity. That is exactly what we want to see. As is that. Alright, let's pop off. It could be a smudge in the lens, yeah. Maybe from when I was using flux or something, maybe it smoked up and got in the lens. It could also be that my microscope's not perfectly aligned. I think it got a little better though when I kind of tilted it some. Where the heck is my spudger? There it is. Let me get the eMMC off of this metal part. Just gonna squirt some alcohol underneath it. Let that sit for a moment. And you know what? While I wait for that to sit, I'm gonna get up and go get some water. And that'll do its job. Alright, I am back. And we're just gonna separate this. Oh wow, wait, hold on. I think I may have taken that off before. So maybe I did mod chip this one previously. That came off way easy. Get that plugged in and snap that down. Nope, it's a little crooked. This is kind of a pain to get perfectly straight, in my opinion. And we're crooked again. That looks good. We'll snap that on. Yeah, that did come off easy. Alright, let's put our eMMC on here. Let's put this back in a housing and see what happens. See if we get anything on screen. Oh, black wire's not where it should be. There. That's better. Alright, get out of there. Slap in one screw to just kind of hold it all together. It's not going in straight. But I feel like this LCD cable is kind of off center a little. Have to kind of move it to the side because it doesn't perfectly line up. I wonder if this is one of the digitizers I did. Ah! It's fighting me. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't think I would have done this digitizer because I wouldn't have done it until I knew the switch was working. Alright, let's just see with a good battery if we can get to the no SD card screen. So I'm just gonna hit power here. Where's power? Power's over here. Oop. Oop, looks like we're getting an error code. Short, long, long. Isn't that the one we had yesterday, where the ribbon cable was the issue? I'm pretty sure it is. Uh, poor wiring or dead CPU. But that could also be the cable. this is the this should be a good cable because this is the one I pulled out yesterday, I believe. And we could do a diode reading on these real quick to make sure we're getting the proper diode reading, which I don't actually know the diode readings, but I can bring out a similar board. Let's see, do I have one with all the CPU caps? It's a V1 as well. I think they all measure the same across the APUs, but just for consistency, I guess. Does this one have all? This is a V2, but whatever. They're all the same on the APU. Missing that one, but that's okay. Actually, I think I did have another V2 here that does have them all. I've borrowed most of them. It's this one. There we go. So the two we're connecting to are this one, that one, very low. So that must be what we're looking for. Are they both? Yeah, they're both the same. That should be what we're looking for on here. And that's what we're getting. That seems good to me. That might be an APU then. What we can do is we can maybe swap out the cable one more time. Not as low on the positive side. Yeah, I know, they were a little higher. But I'm just chalking that up, I think, to different switches. Because they were both the same rating on, I mean, these two were both the same on the positive side, and I don't think they would both be the issue at the same time. But it is possible, I guess. It'd be nice if the board views had the APU caps readings, but they don't. I can. I don't think it would be a connection issue. I mean, we're more likely to see like a blue screen in that event, aren't we? Yeah, broken solder ball. No, we're still getting the error. I am pushing down. That's okay. Yeah, we could do that. Check the APU cap. Right here. How's that looking? Looks a little crooked, but it does look connected. Let me poke it real quick and see if it moves. Yeah, that's on there. Just like this weird sideways one is on there. Let's do a diode reading. I believe this one's in the 300 millivolts on one side. I'm in diode, right? Yes. This side. Yeah, so that checks out. Hmm. So, the only thing I think would be to try a different FPC cable, one of these flex cables. But I think I just brought this one out yesterday. I did a thermal check while it was booting and stuck in stage 1 and nothing was getting hot. Did I use the V2 or the V1 flex cable yesterday? I don't remember. I think it was the V1. So this would be the new flex cable. And I threw away the other one. So I'm not convinced it is the flex cable. I think I only have more OLED flex cables, but I do have some mod chips if I wanted to steal one of them. But I think I'd rather keep those in perfect condition for when I am actually modding a console to leave it on there. So I'm debating on calling this a dead APU still. I could see what happens with a different eMMC, although we're not getting an eMMC error, so I don't exactly believe that would change anything. Get off of there. There. Ah, it stuck to me. Which other one of these has an eMMC? This one. Is this one already off of that? Yeah, I'll just stick it on there with it. It's fine. I've got tape wrapped around the mod chip so it can't short anything. Short, long, long. I believe so, yes. But we can give that a look real quick. Yep, charging battery. No problem. We can give it a look. NanoFix, what's up, dude? This one, looking dead. Looking like APU. Yeah, that's fine. Looks perfect. Are you supposed to be on vacation, bro? Dang. And you're in here watching me? I'm flattered. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even show you guys. I forgot to switch scenes. But yeah, no, it looks totally fine. All pins accounted for. And the soldering joints are good. Yeah, totally. Yeah, we've gone over this one. We checked our voltages. We've done some diode readings. Uh, I mean, it's charging. It's not getting out of first stage boot. It hangs at 70 milliamps. It just jumps straight to 70 milliamps and then does nothing. And nothing is getting warm on the board, not even a little bit. And we threw the mod chip on and we're getting a short, long, long error code. Yeah, I guess I'm Electro now, or Electro T, because I don't want to use my real name. I told Ace my real name and he was like, alright, so we're gonna call you Electro T. New cam setup. He's gonna sit on a clear chair. That's what he's gonna do with the old camera. Put it to use. BGA station, nice. Let's take this cable off. I mean I guess that's an okay idea. I mean I think the clear chair would get you more viewers. Get off there. There's a little piece. There we go. Still connected up here. Might have to put a little flux. Doesn't want to get off of there. You're playing Resident Evil 4? Nice. I'm gonna be no lifing Path of Exile tomorrow. Whoa. This thing will not come off. Come on. Ah, there, I kind of wiggled it off. That works. I don't know why. I was gonna go in and clean these up. Like it matters. This thing's dead. You know, I ain't even mad because I get this shell, and it's got a screen protector on it. So, donor board and a very nice shell that I can put one of the. I have 3 switches with LCD problems. I'll just put one of those boards in here because I am not messing with those LCDs. Dude, I know, I saw JFix's video and I left a comment. JFix is the greatest of all time. I really appreciate like everything he does for the community. He's a good dude. I will get the flux off of this though. I don't like having fluxy donor boards. I don't want to get fluxed, you know what I mean? I'm thinking whatever this liquid, whatever got on here, must have shot through right to the APU. So I'll keep this eMMC. You can always write something to it. If I have a broken one, I'm able to get the product info off of. And now I have an extra donor of this CPU-21 that I don't think I've ever worked on. I wouldn't expect reflowing the APU to do anything. You don't trust that the APU was shot? Seems very weird to you. Well, I'm open to more suggestions. Or I could set this one aside, not in my donor pile. And I don't know, maybe as time goes on, we'll find something wrong with a different switch that might lead us back to this one. So Rusty Russ is the best. Sure, there you go. All right, Nano, so it has all the voltages. It is charging the battery. So those are working. We did some diode readings around the max chip that all seemed okay. It boots to only 70 milliamps. Nothing's getting warm. We put the mod chip on it, and we're getting a short, long, long error code, which is either poor wiring or bad APU. Wi-Fi IC? You think so? I've never done a Wi-Fi IC replacement. I could do that. I don't think I've ever, I mean, at least, in my experience, known to what to even look for. It'll boot without it, so just pop it off. Okay, I can do that. That would be cool because I bet you I've had, like, if that turns out to be the issue, I wouldn't be surprised if I've had older boards that I've called dead that were actually just the Wi-Fi. Put this in the board holder real quick. That's good. Yeah, I didn't know it would even boot without it. Up, up. Went down at first. There is some splashes of something on there. I don't know if that was alcohol or flux or something that was on there. I mean, I don't see how that could have been on there before I opened it up. Do I have a Am I gonna melt anything around here? I'll put a little tape on that LCD connector. Where the heck does this tape end and begin? There it is. Can find it. I'm gonna bridge every pad. No. Yeah, we'll make sure none are bridging. I was thinking 15. You know? Why go light? We can go heavy. Should I go like this? Eh? Just do that. Honestly, what I will do maybe, can I just like tape this here? You know? That's awesome, dude. Learning is fun. We like learning here. Yeah, I have seen people say that orange screens are Wi-Fi chip. I don't think I've ever had an orange screen. I've had a purple screen, blue screen. That'll do. As long as it's not flying away with the hot air. Dang, I didn't even have my hot air station on. Put a little bigger nozzle than this. And 450 at 50%. Should do the trick. What tweezers can I get in there? This is pretty close to everything. Probably these ones. Eh? Oh man, look at that shake. That's not gonna grip it enough. This might be a job for the suction thing finally. Where are my suction tips? Ah. Oh, nice creased. Good luck. Will this smallest suction cup work, hopefully? Eh? That'll probably do the trick. I don't know, it doesn't sound like it's sealing very well. I guess we'll find out. How does this look under the microscope? That doesn't look to me like it would get a great seal. Eh. Oh yeah, I have seen that trick actually. I will do that if this doesn't get suction on it. You know what? I'm gonna put one piece of tape over the connectors right here too, just to be safe. Or maybe I just do like this. Eh? Kind of bending that connector right there, aren't I? It'll be alright. Uh-oh, the tape's coming off. I love when heat messes up your heat tape. It's like, yo, you're not doing your job very well. All good, man. Look a little closer. Trying to heat it from straight above so the heat doesn't flow under that tape. I'm sure I'll melt the LCD connector anyway. Oh well. I don't think it's melted yet. Oh, it worked. We got it. I dropped the chip in the board holder though. Alright, let's clean this up. Okay. I have rarely ever used that suction fan. That's like the first time it's really succeeded for me. Okay, that looks good. Let me make sure, double check that none of these are... there's a little solder ball there. Can I get that with this tip? Oh, there we go. What else? Is that it? I'm not seeing any others. I think that's it. What does it look like in focus? I don't know, man. Couldn't tell you. I'm always out of focus. There you go. There you go, buddy. No, it's still out of focus. I think there's a smudge on my camera or my lens of the microscope or something. It it gets half the screen. Maybe, maybe if I just refocus everything. So let's get this perfect. That looks perfect to me. And then zoom out. And can we clear this up a little? Maybe there. That does seem a bit better. You have a little something on top of a capacitor on the left. I mean, there's a little blob right there, but I mean, it's stuck to the capacitor, so I'm not worried about it. And same with this one. Just a little ball that merged with it. I don't see any bridging. Oh, okay. Let me pop this out. See how melted the connector is? It's not melted. What do you know? Okay. We now have no Wi-Fi IC. Oh, hey, Turn. We will connect power. And we need to put our eMMC back on, guys. I didn't forget. Not this time. Where even is the eMMC, dude? Did that thing run away? Oh yeah, I threw it in here. What did I do? The metal plate's part of this tape now, so it is what it is. What's going on without it? You brought your cat with you? That's awesome. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, that's different. Uh, it's slightly higher. Instead of 70 milliamps, we're at 96. But what does it mean? Because we're still below 100. It's not changing. Still stuck in first stage. Correct. With a different number. RIP. Ah, so we are APU then. How could you, dude? How could you give us an idea to try when we had already given up? Unbelievable. I'll definitely keep that in mind, though. Not necessarily APU. I haven't, like, reflowed the RAM or anything. Yeah, I did have a large voltage drop on the test point right. Let's see. Right here. This one. It was dropping 2 volts. Does it need the audio IC to boot? Is the question. Because I can just yank that off real quick. I see. I got plenty of donors that I could slap on it. We could swap that out. And just put this back in the board holder. And pop this eMMC off again real quick. How do I want to position this? Go like this. Over here. I was like, wait a minute, where are we at? Little flux. Yeah, that absolutely could cause it to not work while docked. I just had one that did that. Hot Cow's alt. Alright. Let's pop this off. Same as last time. 450. 50%. We will be using tweezers this time. Ah, no. That little cap. That cap. We'll save them. Did that one stick back or can I move it? Oh, yep, stuck to that one next to it. And then that one's got to be flipped. You turn down the airspeed so I don't blow them away. Hey man, that's the usual when I take off a part, okay? I usually send things flying. It's it's a problem with being shaky. And then I have a hell of a time getting them back. Oh, hey, that one almost went back on its own. There we go. And this one is going to be a little trickier because I gotta Get in there next to this. Okay, we got it off. Did it stick to this? Yeah, it did. Unfortunate. Oh no, I think it's in an even worse spot. Oh no! Oh, may have saved it. It just sticks to there. Oh my god. I need to grab it off completely and then just put it back. There. Okay, it's off. Now I can just set it back where it belongs. Ooh, this board holder's hot. Now go back over there. Look at how uneven these tweezers are at the tip. Look at that. What is that? I need to sharpen these. Oh man, I probably should have just left it there. I probably should have just left it there too. Sure, hot air would have coaxed it back. It loves that cap next to it, dude. It's like trying, it'll do anything to stay by its buddy there. No, you guys are gonna watch me fight this. You guys are gonna watch me fight this. We're not taking it off. Okay. Okay, now I'm laughing and I'm getting even. Oh, that's probably okay. That might be okay right there. Will you jump back into place for me? Are you gonna stand up on one end or do nothing? Maybe I am playing with it. Oh no! And now it blew away. How could this have happened? You guys are here for this, don't lie. This is why you guys come to this channel. These ones I think are too blunt. That might be alright. Watch it like jump to the cap it's next to again. I'll scream, I swear. Oh my god, I can't believe this. How could anyone have predicted this? Oh, we're good. Check that out. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't like this one. I want to push this back a little. It's too close to this. There. I'm happy. Oh, you guys can't even barely see that one down there. It was a little close to that I see there. Okay. We did it. Now, it won't boot unless I slap a new one on, right? Anyone know? Never tried? Wait, hold on. We gotta do it for science then. Gotta let it cool down first, of course. I can blow some air at it. This is room temp air out of an air compressor. That feels cool enough to me. Thanks, Hot Cows. Have I attached a straw on my blower? What do you mean attached a straw? Okay. This is, for reference, this is no eMMC, which is interesting because it's still the same when we had the eMMC on. So it's not even reaching the eMMC, right? Because usually it's at like 110 without eMMC. Can I get this, please? Oh, there's a piece of tape on my, Is it doing nothing now? Hold on. That would be weird. Let me make sure I'm actually bridging these. Wait, that's weird. Am I not? I don't think my tweezers are getting in there to bridge it. Let me do it here. There we go. So yeah, it's never even reaching the NAND because with and without it, it's actually stuck at the very exact same part. Which is pretty much jumps straight to 94 milliamps. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I'm wondering if maybe it's not reaching the NAND somehow. But then it would be, well, in my experience, it's usually like 110 when it's not reaching the NAND. We can check and see if Tegra RCM detects it. And we'll just throw it, what I'll do is I'll dip my hand in that flux right there. That's what I'll do. Nah, let me clean that real quick. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take my little bridge thing here, plug this in to get it into RCM. And then I'll just throw it in here, just so I have the power button. I don't have a power button lying around, and you need to press the volume button too, so. No, black gloves are better, trust me. Can confirm this. Come here, power cable, I need you. You're right, he does. He does fix them more often than I do, I think. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know he fixes them more often than I do. Look, if he can get me the blue gloves for the same price of the black gloves, we can work something out. But I get these black gloves quite cheap because I know a guy. All right. Let me open up Tegra. Let me put one screw in here so when I plug it in, the board doesn't try and move. Those ones that Joey gets that look like they've been used for a year after he uses them like twice. Dude, if I had no gloves, I would just be covered in the thermal paste and flux all the time. Where's my volume button? What is it, volume up? Yeah. Nothing. It did not connect. It would probably help if I had a battery plugged in, guys. Still no detect. Let's try a hard reset. I've been putting more thought into the face cam. I have. Okay. Still no detect. And that should have definitely connected. We are in the right cable. We're connected to the computer. I've got this plugged in. We got the eMMC and the power buttons are connected. You'll need a retake? Okay. Noted, dude. Yep. So, I mean, that being not detected by the computer, wouldn't that point to APU? I think. Also, I just realized some people have been subscribing and my notifications appear to have broken. So I have to fix those at some point. I used to get notifications. I don't know what happened. But thank you for the subs. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Maybe I won't. No, I'll try to pronounce. All right, Giuseppe. All right, that was it. That was my attempt. And Chasms won. Thank you for the subs. So yeah, am I correct in assuming though that Tegra not detecting it is like definitely APU? Because that's what I've read. It is weird. I mean, I have had like other switches that were have I've had a few that were very similar to this one, um, but had different power draws. Yeah, I'm not swapping the APU. I think that's where we call this one. Yeah, let's call this one, I suppose. But we tried. We gave it a bit more effort, even when I was ready to call it before. That is true. We still don't know that, but I assume it would still get picked up um by Tegra even without the audio IC. But maybe I'm wrong in that assumption. Yeah, dude. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. Maybe it was just bad audio IC and APU and NAND are good. We could slap a new audio chip on just to see if that was the issue, but I'm pretty sure that it still would have been picked up by Tegra, because it doesn't really have to boot to get into RCM mode. No? I feel you. I feel you. I've done the same thing. I'm kind of doing the same thing right now. I'm just like looking at just like, all right, just tell me what's wrong. Why can't you just tell me what's wrong? I did my best. Can it not boot into RCM mode, even if the console itself doesn't get past first stage, though? Or is that wrong? I'm just thinking because like the last Switch I was working on would enter RCM mode even though it wasn't getting past first stage boot. Yeah, Kreese put it into technical terms for me. You bridge the fuse and it works fine. No dock video. Need to circuit trace the USB port traces now. I mean, you can get it done with a cheap hot air station. I used um I used one of those Yiwa like hybrid stations where it just has the soldering iron and the the hot air station with the like fan built into the handle. I used one of those for a while before I upgraded to the one I have now. Oh yeah. Yeah, P13 has caused me to have no dock before. And typically, like Russ said, I there's usually one messed up filter or um like if you're looking at it in this orientation, it could be the bottom left pins on the P13. I've had to repair those before because the filter uh kind of blew up and took those traces with it. Yeah, I used one of those for a while. Honestly, the only reason I actually replaced it even was because the fan started to go out in the actual like hot air handle, and being being someone who repairs electronics, I'm sure I could have repaired it, but I was like, you know what? This is a great time to have an excuse to get a new hot air station. So I was like, I'm pulling the trigger on a new station. I think I've been looking for an excuse for a long time. Yeah, in my experience, it's mostly been either a USB-C port or a P13 issue or the filters. And even like even if the USB-C looks good, I've had issues with the pins that are underneath that you can't really see. You can check them all in diode mode if you have like a breakout thing that you plug into it. Did you try adding some solder to it? Adding some leaded solder, or was it already leaded solder that you put on there? I like to move my hands when I'm not talking so you guys know the stream isn't frozen since you can't see me. I'm gonna take this back out of here. Wait, if I can. There we go. Can I erase this? Oh my god, guys. This is my last Q-tip Q-tip. Do you know what that means? You know what that means? I can switch to these. The ones I bought off Amazon that are more precise. I finally got them. I finally got them. Focus camera. The precise ones. I'm excited. I'm excited over some cotton swabs. You wouldn't believe how excited I am to use these. The only thing that, man, this container I 3D printed is awful. The odds of getting these all in there straight and having them not clog the dispenser is impossible. It's like zero chance. I can't even, like, I get them out as neatly as I can, but they always mess up a little bit. And then I drop them in and they're all crooked. Sometimes I just fill this thing up and I just take them out of the top anyway. The hot air wouldn't even melt my lead. What airspeed are you using? Because, like, not only, you know, is a high temp important, but also airspeed can help, like, a lot. Rip the top off? You're not wrong. But I like grabbing them from the middle. Okay? I'm picky like that. And also, I 3D printed this dang thing, so I'm gonna use it. You know what I mean? But I was thinking of just making it like a round one or something, and maybe eventually just doing like you said, just grabbing them from the top. It would be cool if I 3D printed a tool to help me keep these straight and then drop them in here. Huh? A 3D print for my 3D print. That actually, okay, hang on. You're making too much sense. Hold on. We don't tolerate that amount of sense in here. That's too much logic, bro. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna call this one here. I'm about ready to end stream anyway. I was kind of just hanging around. Wanted to see if we could figure out kind of what Michael's problem was. Can I clean this or is this stuck on here? Forever gonna say APU reball. Oh, yeah, it's coming off. IPA works pretty well on permanent marker, huh? Oh, wait, my notification worked. I just didn't get a sound. Wait, thanks for the subs. What is that? How many sevens is that? That's 6 sevens, Dusty. Thank you. Why aren't I getting sounds? I don't know. I have to look into that. I wonder if it's my OBS just not making noise or if it's my streaming software. Well, not software, it's just the way I have the notifications set up. No, I have volume on. I wonder if it's OBS. Well, for actually practicing soldering itself, I started off with like little pre-made boards that you can just buy online that have like They come with some components, and then they have like varying sizes of, I don't know, like resistor pads and stuff. And you just solder the resistance, the, what am I saying? You solder the resistors onto the little pads. And they start big, so you can start with the easier ones, and they just get smaller and smaller and smaller. That was how I actually learned the soldering aspect, and using hot air and stuff. As for my first project actually like fixing something, um, I kind of just I just asked people I knew. I was like, "Hey, do you have anything broken that I can just take from you and it doesn't matter if I destroy it?" And then I just kind of started messing with things like that. And then once I started to feel a little more comfortable after that, I actually started with Nintendo Switches. They're pretty cheap. I mean, you can, depending on where you live, I get mine for about 50 bucks off eBay typically. Um, so that to me is like a pretty low uh, investment for entry level. And I just kind of ended up sticking with it. I mean, I still actually I want to expand, you know, what I'm working on. Um, I like doing the switches, but I would like to learn more just about the actual like circuitry itself rather than like because I can look at this switch and I can tell you what most of these things do, but I can't tell you what everything does down to like the technical level. Um, and I can see something on this like is not working right because I have experience knowing like, okay, for example, it's not charging. BQ chip is responsible for charging. So we look around there. And I just want to work to the point where I have enough knowledge that I can take any device, not just a Nintendo Switch, and I can be like, okay, this is responsible for this. This is a power circuit. This is the voltage rail for this voltage. So that's my goal. So far, I think I've probably worked on around 40 Nintendo Switches, and I still feel like a noob. Like I'm still learning a lot, but it's been fun. And like I said, it's a really good entry point, I think, because they're pretty cheap to get like the version 1s, version 2s. And then when you get comfortable with those, you can go up to like the OLEDs if you want, which are a little more expensive. Yeah, laptops. There's a lot of like low-end laptops that are quite cheap as well, as Chris said. I mean, there's a lot of things. If really like once you get, maybe like a little funding that you're willing to spend on it, just poke around on eBay, see what you think would interest you. But yeah, I am gonna end stream. Thank you all for hanging out and having a good time with me. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.